when you go into an acceptance phase of your own life and you start to love every moment, that is when you start a massive personal development phase. Now I'm going to give you a couple points of the frequency chart of where it starts. And the first one is pride. Now I'm going to give you Google's definition, and then I'm going to give you my own definition of what pride is and what every other frequency that leads up to acceptance. Pride, feeling of deep pleasure derived from one's own achievements. Now it is a satisfaction phase, but again, deep pleasure. So my whole definition for pride is pretty much getting an achievement and feeling great about it, right? You're satisfied. You have accomplished this. But I don't hold it on a pedestal. I'm not satisfied, to be honest. I know I say never be satisfied, but you still have to be thankful for what you have done. You still have to give yourself a great pat on the back, because sometimes it'll be that you'll be the only one that is clapping for yourself at this moment. It may be for a long time, but the more you clap for yourself, the more achievements to yourself that you do. That is why I say a self-validation system, like exercise and waking up early, reading, journaling. I don't journal a lot, but again, I post, create content. I do a lot of other things that I validate myself with. Eating the proper macros, you know what I mean? Praying. So the next thing is courage. Now, it's doing something that others seem that is bold. So it's pretty much like a bravery thing. So being on social media is just courageous to some people, and being able to just talk positivity to the camera and feel like that you're not able to just be your authentic self, right? Because you have your deep, darkest secrets, and you're not really able to give out your authenticity. So what you do is first, you work on the internal, which is what I did. And I was posting even when I was taking the vices. So all I was doing was pretty much building my momentum of my discipline muscle. So now that I'm totally gone cold turkey, I don't take any drugs, any alcohol, any overconsumption of eating, I have full clarity and no karmic debt. You guys can't do things and think that it's okay. Yeah, you do want the quick buck, you do want to sell drugs, but I get it, you know? You're giving someone else something that can ruin their life. Because a lot of people like to be like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that I was on the drugs and I did this. They like to use that shit as an scapegoat. But all I say is go read The Outwitting of the Devil, and it'll tell you exactly why you should go no weed, no alcohol, no drugs, no cigarettes either, no smoking, nothing. Just fully sober, fully aligned with purpose, taking full responsibility of what the conscious call is. Next, I want to say this right, neutrality. Now, this is not supporting either side. This is, of course, in the middle. Now, you can be in an argument. One person can be right, one person can be wrong, or both of them can be wrong. They don't see how they're both wrong. But again, neutrality, neutrality, whatever. But again, you're in between. You see both sides. That's why I say you don't choose either sides. You see both sides. And that is why you go into this phase next. of willingness, and that is the quality of being prepared to do something, right? People asked for you because you're in the middle. You're in the middle now. You see both sides. It's like, okay, I see why you act like this, but I also see that this other standpoint is another reason why. And then I'm here to help. So you're willingly here to help. That's my definition. But the definition it says is the quality of being prepared to do something, obviously. But my own definition is to be able to just take action at a high positive standpoint, to the point where you're not choosing sides. No one's feeling like you're choosing their side, because it's a very clear and concise message that you are projecting that is honesty. And both sides see that as you're correct. But of course everyone doesn't think you're right, which is cool, but what you say is correct. And if you don't think what you say is correct, it's okay. But make sure you can back the shit up though. You know what I mean? I had an inspection the other day. It's like dude was telling me another thing with a door. And I was saying, no, it needs to be this. And then I looked up what it actually was, and it's two different type of doors, but it's the same name, right? So I was like, oh, okay, you're right then. You can keep the door, because all it is a quick lookup. All it is a willingly being able to look something up and be like, oh, okay, cool. I see both sides. I see my side, I see his side. My side seeing this was the type of door, but he also knew that type of door was the same exact word. So we were both right. And because I was in the middle, I seen both sides. I said, okay, I'm right and he's right. So we're both right. You're good. Simple as that. So, and of course, the next thing is acceptance. So, action of consenting to receive. Acceptance of life is all about knowing and loving your moment. Simple as that. Once you are fully in the moment, you fully love your moment. You don't look towards any other moment but this exact moment. You are fully present. You are fully in flow state. You now go into the higher parts of the frequency chart, which is reason, and then love, and then of course the joy, peace, and then enlightenment. Right? Everybody, the frequency is how we all operate and how we look at life. We should look at our frequencies often. Look at the frequency chart often, because it is going to help us comprehend our state that we're in at this very moment. So a lot of people don't really agree, and not even say agree, they just don't want to stand the test of time. They don't want to grind and not see any results. But it is no money here. It is low watch time here at this very moment. 3:55 a.m. Friday, May 9th, 2025. All it is me, my mindset, and God in this present moment that I am fully aware of, that I fully love. So You all see it for yourself. Go check the Instagram. I post every day. Post the positivity. I post on the TikTok. And you all, I just want you all to know that when you start to love your life and you don't look towards anything, that's when everything starts to happen for you. And everything in life happens for you, of course. But it's just, you start to feel more energy, more energized just from being in this present moment. So anytime you feel like it is a low standpoint, you're at a bad standpoint in just your frequency, it is okay. It is okay. That is normal. Don't think that is not normal. We all have experienced all frequencies of this frequency chart. So all it is the habits and the actions that help you raise your frequency. Because yes, your frequency is what you frequently think and see of yourself and of the environment around you. So anytime you think negative, what do you think happens? Negativity is projected onto your environment. So when you analyze your own self-thinking, your own self-actions, you're more aware of that if you do this bad thing, it'll come back tenfold. So you do more positive things. You put out positivity in the universe, positive karma comes back. Karma works both ways. Karma is the most highest, one of the most highest frequency of this universe. And it's like, oh man, sometimes I don't want people to have to go through karma, because I know that it can be worse. They steal, something else might happen, something way worse. So it's like, bro, save yourself, please, and just stop participating in all things that you'll feel regretful later, that you can just obviously quit out and cut it. But again, everybody has to learn their lessons, bro. I'm not here to just judge you. I'm just here to help you. If you feel like that you do need help, hey, let's chat it up, bro. I love you. I have no judgment here. I'm here to help. So anytime that you feel like that it is a standpoint of just, you feel like it's not going anywhere, you need to go ahead, and the first thing that you need to do is either burpees, push-ups, or some type of intense exercise for 30 minutes. I'm not telling you to just constantly do it for 30 minutes. It's humanly possible, but humanly not possible if you aren't even a person that does a lot of exercising. So again, just go into a nice workout, push-ups or burpees, and just keep doing them until you start to get out of breath and you're like, fuck, I'm tired, let me stop. And then you do it again, and then again, until you start to realize that, okay, I feel better. Alright? That's all I want you to do. If you face any type of adversity like that and you feel like that there is no way possible that you can get out of this, you feel like praying isn't working, you feel like journaling isn't working, reading isn't working, hop into a nice physical performance, because what you're going to do is earn your positive mental attitude. Let's go.